All right, ladies and gentlemen, after a short little bit of a technical difficulty, we are indeed live. This is the Random Talking Indie Music Show. I'm your host 759 alongside my co-host Minx Couture, Minx Contour, Minx Couture, call her whatever you want to call her. Just don't call her a copycat. Do you dig what I'm saying? Oh, mic check 1 2. We there? Uh oh. Oh, hey, what's going on? See, I'm telling you, every single time we get on this thing, there's always something. Minx, are you on? Uh oh. Now, see, earlier it was me, ladies and gentlemen. It was me that usually got the issues, but this time I'm not understanding. Minx, are you on there? I can't hear you, Minx. Like at all. What's with today? I don't get it. But yeah, I don't hear you. Hang on a second. Nope. I don't hear you on this end. She says she's talking, but I don't hear anybody. Huh. Not sure what to do on this end then. Hmm. You think I might have to stop this thing yet again and start over? Or what's good? Cause I'm not sure what we gonna do. And she says she's talking. I can't hear you. Alright, well, hang on a second. What is going on today, dog? Alright, she says she's gonna restart. She's gonna try it on her side. So this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and play another track for y'all while she gets herself situated. We'll be right back.
Yeah, turn me up. Uh huh. Yeah, yeah, I already know who it is. Look, whatever happened to the spitting with bars? Most of these rappers have no drive, only sit in the cars. Shit is bizarre. They want smoke but wouldn't lift a cigar. I guess it's money over lyrics, they're dismissing the art. These 10 men must be missing a heart. Too many scabs in the game, I wanna pick them apart. I wanna crawl under their skin and watch them live with the scars. I'm not impressed with these posers, not even spitting at par. I make space for the fame so I can sit and start. I make change from a set the way I'm and thus far. If they put me in the pickle, they gotta deal with the bars. I'm screwed up and locked in, I fill them all in the jar for real. I'm just spitting facts, the beat I be ripping that. I'm cooking up the storm if they wanna know where the kitchen's at. My style ain't free, that's why I hit them with a I'll double that. You can pick their top 5, their top lines, I crumble that. All I know that I will keep on fighting, watch me rumble back. I make a lot of money for being sick, got expensive germs. I'm loyal to these bars, give them a sentence with extensive terms. I always try my best no matter what, giving the pen some work. And if I catch myself messing up, then it's a lesson learned. I don't really care about them bridges, I just let them burn. Let them burn and let them burn. Fuck it, I will let them burn. For those who fucking mumble when they rap, then they can get the bird. That's middle finger just in case they didn't get it, let it stir. I'm pot roasting, this is me just heating up, I'm hot often. I won't sell my soul just to make it, I guess I'm God chosen. I've been thinking outside the box ever since the box open. I'm out boxing, bobbing and weaving, dare them to come close in. You mumble rappers get your nose broken. We can get it fucking jumping like a pogo stick. They can even try to hit me with a low blow hit. I'll keep on eating like I won't go slim, and that shit is real. I don't understand why these kids are loving mumble rap. You can bet if any one of them better, I'll double that. You can pick their top 5, their top lines, I'll crumble that. All I know that I will keep on fighting, watch me rumble back. I don't understand why these kids are loving mumble rap. You can bet if any one of them better, I'll double that. You can pick their top 5, their top lines, I'll crumble that. All I know that I will keep on fighting, watch me rumble back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, brief and a mess, you know what I mean? What's up to everybody that is here on the live stream? I had to start that over for some crazy reason. But what's up? This is the Random Talking Indie Music Show. I'm your host, 759, and I hear a little bit of feedback, so that means I got my co host here, Mix Contour, Mix Couture, Mix Coda. Just call it whatever you want to call it, just don't call it a copycat. Do you dig?
I dig it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. See, we
Oh,
need
so you
that.
hear me? Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
we
gosh,
have life.
what today's just ain't the day for either of us. Jesus. God
Yo,
almighty.
tell me about it.
But we are indeed live on D Live, Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube Live. So if you guys, I shared it on my Facebook. So yeah, feel free to tune in live. Also, here on Station Head, I want to apologize for the late start and all that. Technology is not. He's being a bitch today. He's being a bitch. But that's okay. We are here. We're live. We got topics. We got shenanigans. We got music. We got the whole package. Before we get started, I want to let y'all know that I have a playlist on Spotify. It's called the Station Head Playlist. Please go on Spotify today and add your music. I've got about 45 tracks so far. Please keep adding them. I do check for new stuff to add to my rotation. Also, check out Minx's playlist, the Gas or Trash playlist. Add her as well. She's got hip hop, R&B, rock, alternative, reggae, anything but church music. Probably she probably got that too.
Yeah, we're working on that.
And also, in addition to the Random Talker radio show, tune in to the Minx Show podcast Friday nights at 10. Is it 9 or 10 p.m.?
It's 10, yeah.
Yeah, Friday
10,
nights.
10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on minxradio.com. And y'all already know it's my favorite time of year, y'all. It's Girl Scout season. It's the Girl Scout season, honey. Them cookies is out. I got it.
What's your favorite?
You know what? I like. I'm a fan of peanut butter, so I like the oh my gosh, the little peanut butter patty joints. I can't ever remember the name of them, but I get those.
Oh no.
I like the Samoas, and I like the little lemon cookies. I put the lemon cookies in the freezer and let them get nice and crunchy. And oh my goodness, you talking about something cool and just oh, it's just wonderful. But the thing is, they keep switching up the flavors. So today you might have some Tagalogs, and then next week you ain't got them, and then next year they got something totally different. And of course, everything is gluten free this and sugar free that. But please, by all means, support your local Girl Scouts. They will be hustling at a Kroger, a Publix, a supermarket, and a Walmart near you. They will
Well,
be.
believe it or not, I was actually a Girl Scout when I was in elementary school.
I
So,
wanted to be a Girl Scout, but at the time, you had to get the uniforms and all that, and we couldn't afford to really do a lot of extracurricular activities at the time. I was real young when I wanted to be a Girl Scout. I wanted to do a whole lot of stuff, but you ain't got no money, you ain't got no
yeah,
privileges.
yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah. But yeah, I gotta hit my plug after the show for real. For real. She got two daughters, both in Girl Scouts, and she's been supplying me with what I need every year. I sound like a straight
Well,
up fiend. Good
even
God, that's terrible.
even though they didn't have like a lot of people couldn't do Girl Scouts, there was that period of time where you had you were selling the box of chocolates.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. That fundraiser chocolate is something from the heavens above. It ain't look listen here. It ain't gotta be no Snickers. It don't have to be no Milky Way, no Kit Kat, not even a Reese cup. And Lord knows everybody that knows me knows I love Reese cups. But those little would you like to buy a chocolate bar to keep us out of trouble? Those things right there are the bomb. And I kind of miss going to work because a lot of my coworkers, their kids be selling those candy bars, and I buy them by the handful. Here's $5. Just give me two of those, one of those, and one of them little crunchy joints. I would take them.
You said one of them crunchy
The
joints.
ones that look like the Nestle Crunch, I'm telling you. Give them up. Matter of fact, just give me the box. Here's $20. Just give me the box.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you're a parent that has like a big corporate office building, your kid was winning
Man,
that.
you winning that top prize, whatever it was. See, but in my case, we had to sell like gift wrapping paper, peanuts, peanut brittle. I know one year my marching band we sold oranges, but this year EC Glass, and shout out to my alma mater EC Glass, the band stepped it up, honey. They no longer selling fruit. They selling some big time, some heavy duty stuff. I forgot what it was, and I seen it on their. I follow their page on Facebook because I keep up with the band and a lot of football stuff, and they stepped up their little boosters club. I said okay, it's a nice turn from them punk ass oranges that nobody was halfway eating because I would have like a box of them joints and I had to sell them, but half of them went bad before I can sell them.
Exactly.
We trying to get new outfits. We trying to get new band uniforms we've been wearing since 1996. Like them suits are itchy, the shoes are uncomfortable, and that hat was ugly as all get out. But we trying to get new drum heads, new sticks, new mallets. We oranges, dog, oranges. All right,
Yeah, they're bugging.
but now they.
Totally bugging.
Oh, now I know what it is. They're selling those Omaha Steaks burgers and shit.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember when they
Yeah.
used to. Yeah, they were going ham.
Literally, they were selling hams too. One year they actually sold enough hams to buy the whole band uniforms and drums, basses, your quads, your snares, new cymbals. I said, "Oh, y'all selling them heavenly hams." So
Yeah, they wasn't playing. They was dead ass serious.
dead ass, dead ass. Like them shits are expensive. A drum head alone, depending on what brand and what size drum head you need. I know I played the quads in my senior year, and a friend of mine broke a pair of mallets. Now, for those that don't know, I'm gonna geek out a little bit here. If you don't know about the quad mallets, or we call them tenors, because it's like five drums, you have to like carry them in front of you and shit. He was trying to show off, and he kept doing extra. And he always did extra with everything. He ended up breaking a mallet. Those mallets are $75 a pair
Are
for
you kidding me?
a stick of aluminum with a round hard piece of oval on it. $75. I said, "Yep, I'm not breaking these babies. They're gonna last me all year. I don't care how many dent marks I got on them. I will tape these bitches up if I have to."
Exactly.
And the drum heads, psh, forget it. You gonna pay for those? You bust one of those, and that's kind of hard to do with the tenor heads because they're they're supposed to withstand weather, cold, as long as you don't overtune them, because you can do that too. He actually broke one overtuning a quad. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, how do you do this?
Yeah, how do you break that? Like,
He,
how do you do that?
but he was a damn good piano player, and I'm like, how do you go from playing the piano to? He was in the drum line before me, so I was the noob. I was a senior in high school, but I was a noob in marching band. I regret doing that only one year, but yeah, that was some fun stuff though. I kind of miss marching band.
Well, I really wanted to do that. I really like as a
Fun.
kid, but my mom she wouldn't let me. But I played the flute. That was about it.
Oh, the flute.
I was one of those girls. I was like, yeah, let me play the flute. I didn't like the flute because I didn't like my teacher, so I switched my teacher, and then I started with the what is it, the clarinet after that.
Yeah, a lot of my friends that did band, symphonic band, jazz, orchestra, they all started out with a woodwind, and then they went to a brass, and then they said fuck it all together and went to the color guard. So, so yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we were clicked up in marching band though. Like, you had your drum line. We was a team by ourselves. Then you had some of the brass, and then you had it was like some of the clarinets and flutes hung out with the color guard. And the color guard tried to hang with the drum line, but only a few girls actually got in because the guys was trying to go out with everybody. And
Yeah, that's how it always was though. Like with everything.
then when we sat on the bus to go to competitions, the drum line we sat in the back. Some of the color guard girls, the ones that they liked, sat in the back with them, and we had to be on pretty tight watch because it was a lot of this girl likes this guy, but this guy likes this girl, and then this girl was caught holding this guy's hand, and so on and so forth. It was just I stayed to myself.
So it was more like kind of like drumline, but on on another level.
It was was like some Nickelodeon drumline bullshit. That was basically what that was. We were all in high school trying to get up out of there. But I took that. It was I regret not doing it sooner. Like I didn't know how to read music. I played everything by ear, especially those quads. I if you put a piece of sheet music in my face right now, I'm like, what the hell is this? My chops are gone. Like I'm 20 years out the game.
I miss reading like sheet music and stuff like when they were teaching us how to play like the piano.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like I miss those days because that's definitely what's changed as far as transitioning because nowadays, you know, kids they don't know how to do music. There's no even like any music programs for kids to even learn how to read and write music at all.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because once again, at least here in Lynchburg City Schools, we only have two area high schools. One is Glass and one is our rival Heritage. And Glass was the first to start our the hip hop curriculum. They started incorporating hip hop and production into as an elective. Heritage
Hmm.
Heritage High School followed suit afterwards. After they had to do a complete rebuild and they brought theirs in. So actually, Wiz was one of the first to teach the hip hop class. They did a section on DJing, and this is back when he had his set. And he went up there and he knew the teacher. Shout out to Casey Wood. So he went up there and did a DJ seminar for the class and taught the kids how to blend, how to scratch, because he's 20, 25 years in the game. So he was teaching the kids, and it was a very positive experience. They got their own recording studio at the school and everything. They be cutting joints, and the teacher himself is in a band. So it's like that's perfect. Anything to keep the kids out of trouble, keep them learning, keep them wanting them to learn music. He offered me to go up there and speak to the girls as far as being a female producer, former rapper, and just give them, little gems on how to overcome that mess and some beat making tools. And I think that's a very positive
I would
thing.
love
Most
to
more schools need to do that.
I would love to do that. Like if I could find
Definitely.
a school in the Bronx out here that's not getting shot up.
Oh my god.
Um
Oh my god. That's scary.
that was
That's
that was
scary.
actually in our news the other day. I'm not what I think it was the Bronx, but it wasn't inside of a school, but apparently there was like some sort of basketball game and somehow or another mofos was turning up.
Oh jeez.
Dude ran up in there and started like shooting into the bleachers.
That makes no
But, you know,
sense.
yeah, thank God nobody got hurt. But, you know,
Yeah.
I just was like, this is why we can't have shit. We can't have anything because
It's it's
stuff like
always
that.
it's always one person messing it up for everybody else.
I'm like, how mad can you be to go into a high school game and just like roll up in there on some whatever shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause that's I don't want to sit there and blame a lot of dropouts and all that for the way that the school is being. I mean, sometimes it's your environment, it's the neighborhood that you're in, and it's a lot of contributing factors. Now here we don't have that problem, but you can definitely tell which one which school is, uh, for lack of a better term, which one is black school and which one's the white school. You can kind of tell. Uh, and I remember when I was in elementary school, we got a shitload of elementary schools, and I went to two. Well, I went to three, but two stuck out. I went to Darrington Elementary, and then I went to another school called Bedford Hills. I started at Bedford Hills, and you can definitely tell that's a suburban school. Let's just put it like that. That's the easiest way I can put that. It was a suburban school. Darrington, after I moved, was like the opening credits of Lean On Me. That shit scared the hell out of me. It wasn't dirty or anything. It's just the fact there was a bunch of badass kids doing some badass shit. And I got suspended my first week of school getting in a fight because I'm the new kid and some girl just thought that, she was basically bullying me. And I stuck up for myself. Next thing you know, first week of school, I get suspended. I said this never would have happened if I was in my other school.
Yeah, that's how it always happens.
And
Like, people really don't believe like the like it's like you already get the vibes of what the school year is going to be like based on the first day of school.
Exactly. And I walked into the lunchroom, and I'm like, holy shit. I was scared. Like I didn't want to go back. I really didn't. But I managed to make it for like 2 or 3 years, and I went back for my fifth grade year back to my first school, and I loved it. It was like in the peace
Yeah,
and
after
in the peace and sanctity of the suburbs. Got to get away from all those badass kids. Back to the suburbs. Yeah.
yeah, unless you're going to private school, then it's basically a wrap. Even though private school is just as bad, like going to like Catholic school. I mean, people seem to think that these kids, holier than now. They don't do anything wrong.
Oh,
Everything is just legit.
well,
No.
the only one public school, the only one private school that we do have, they're closing because of lack of funding, and that's Holy Cross Regional. It was Holy Cross Catholic, but I've been to that school before on a tour when I was involved in the church with my aunt, and I was going with her to set up some of the classrooms. And you got the conventional, uh, you got Jesus on one side, you got the American flag on the other side, you got the Ten Commandments on the chalkboard, and then you happen to look down at the desk, and it's like, holy they worse than the public school kids.
Yeah, most of them are.
It was like, suck my D, Jesus. I'm like, hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa. Too much. Like, y'all are wilding. Y'all need to cut that out. But,
I think the most thing that we would get in trouble for in Catholic school was like if our skirt was too short or something
yeah.
something weird like
What
that.
was it, the fingertip rule? Your skirt couldn't be shorter than your fingertips. So you had to get sent home.
Oh yeah, yeah. My shit used to be down to my knees. I just didn't want to get in any trouble. I was
Yeah,
just like,
no,
I ain't here for that.
I'm brushing my ankles. Like, you ain't gotta worry about my kneecaps. I will be touching my ankles.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get to these good old topics. So uh,
Let's do it.
let's go ahead and jump into it. So there was a battle rapper, right? And this is not a URL type rapper. He's a kind of you know low tier, but he's getting up there. His name is William Wolf. He really could have came up with a better name. His name is William Wolf, and during a rap battle, which has gone viral since then, he slipped up and he said the N word. So of
Yeah.
course, so of course he got his clock cleaned, and well, it's like okay,
God damn son of a bitch!
it's like, dude, you know where you're at. Like you are in a predominantly black space. You are battle rapping. There's a couple of things you can't do. Number one, they like to leave the children and the mothers out of it, but somehow that's become, you know, off. Everything's on the table. Well, he decided to take it up a notch and drop the
Uh,
N bomb. I'm just saying.
I'm live on Instagram, and my one of my peoples, he says, Sheem, he says that wasn't even a slip up. He meant to do that.
Oh,
I
and
was sitting there waiting for it. I was like, it's like when you're waiting for it, and you're just like, when is he gonna do it?
oh,
When is he gonna do it? And
he
he's
did it.
something, 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 trigger. I ain't even gotta say it. I'm gonna call you. I was like,
It was like, no, bing, bing,
I
bop.
couldn't, I couldn't believe it. I just said, this cannot be real, guys.
I
I,
hadn't even seen the clip, but I was reading the article. I was like, yo, ain't no way he walked out of there in one piece. You know what I mean?
what everybody was saying on Twitter, everybody was saying that why is it that all the other black people that were standing around, they didn't jump in, they just stood there like in I'm not even gonna say in shock. I bet one guy was kind of like, damn, look at them titties. You know how it is.
Yeah, it's always got to be that one.
I was gonna be that one. So yeah, I mean, I personally, you know, I'm gonna say I was disappointed, but I'm not surprised because we are
I'm
in an
not.
era.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised either, and I don't know if he apologized, but I don't think it matters. Uh,
Like, how do you apologize for that? Like, you should, your whole battle rap card should be revoked, taken away. If you want to go head to head, you better learn how to.
I mean, it's crazy. All right, so let me read some of the article. It says in the full video, Wolf taunts his opponent by telling him that if he doesn't quote still hit him in the third round, that is not a battle. It also appears that the other rapper had told him not to use the N word in his bars. So he turned around 15 seconds into the clip. He says, and you told me what not to say, now I'ma say it. So as the battle began, Wolf started to set the stage to drop the N bomb. Ain't like these other battle rappers, they talk too much, saying I can't say the N word in this battle, he raps. But before he could finish the next line, which started with the phrase my N word, he got clocked.
Damn, Daniel.
I mean, look, this is
he
exactly
he
why.
he he got his teeth punched in. He was tasting all the toothpaste that he's ever brushed his teeth with. Like he got hit pretty bad.
All I have to say is that when it comes to battle rap, you know, we know that there are no, we know that there's no types of, there's a lot of shock value and stuff like that. However,
Most definitely.
I don't think game because it's like what, you have so many people that are white that do battle rap and they're respectful
Right.
to the to the culture,
Exactly.
and it's like regardless. I mean, this is my mentality of the whole thing when it comes to using the N word. Just like the one video I love with Snoop Dogg, when he's like, I didn't say Nick, I said nigga. That teacher, that
Yeah.
that hilarious teacher. But this is the thing that I always look at it this way. Okay, how do, like, I just don't understand how it's like you cannot tell a white person not to say something that they created. You know what I'm saying?
That is
We
true.
understand
That is true.
we understand the whole negus, which is negus, which it means kings from back in the day. All these people regulating of who can say what, right? I'm just saying, regardless if I just don't understand the concept of even using it anymore. I mean, even myself, I actually tried to, I try to like limit myself from using it because it's like when you have everybody saying it now, it's like at that point, is it disrespectful? Are you
Right.
just like,
And then my
like,
and I guess my beef, well, it's not a beef, but I guess my, well, it is a beef. My gripe would be, you know, you have a white friend in the midst of a bunch of black people. You just gonna let them rock? Like you gonna let them cook with that word, or you gonna check them? Like you can still be his friend and say, "Hey, hold on, cut that out."
Sheem says, over on Instagram, he says, I want to know how Drake got the pass.
Well, Drake identifies as an African American because of his father. So that, and he
When
said
it's feasible.
that ain't what he didn't put that in parentheses. He said he identified, and he addressed that in his interview. He said he identifies as a black man. Regardless of the fact that his
Oh
mother is.
man, not again.
Oh
I'm
goodness.
just,
Despite the oh my gosh, despite the fact that his mother is white and Jewish, and his father is black, you know what I mean. He identifies as a black man, and it's like, okay, who am I to tell you you're not?
but here we go. Sheem says, I didn't know that his dad was black. Yeah, his
His
dad is,
dad's black from New Orleans.
his dad is blickety black,
Yeah, his dad
blickety
is.
black, black, black.
Yeah, his dad is from the NO. So
Here's what I look at it.
how did he end up in Canada with a white girl?
His mom, his
What?
probably,
Mm.
he probably went running after that, you know. That's what I think happened. No, but this all goes back to this whole and I was having this discussion the other day. Actually, one of my friends hit me up. I had made a comment on something, and I said nigga, right?
Right.
So he jumps into my DMs, and he's just like, Minx, I respect you, I love everything you do, blah blah blah, but I don't think that you should say the N word. And I was like, oh really? Why? Like I'm thinking he's looking at it from a business aspect, like it's not a good look.
Right. I
He
will
just was
respect
like,
that.
yeah, I would respect that, but he says, based on the black culture, like he's talking to me like the black culture this, so I was like, I know. He's just like, I mean, no, you don't know because you're not in my people's shoes. And I was like, wait, what? Like it's just like
Meh.
what?
Meh.
So he says, I was like, what? Why do you think that I can't say that or whatever? He goes, well, you're not black, right? I was like, what? I was like,
Dog, are you blind?
he did not think that I was black.
I'm gonna hit him
He
with a
was like,
Remy bar. Are you dumb?
yeah. I was in shock. I was like, what? You don't think I'm black? He goes,
No, no, no.
are
I look at you and I know you're Chinese. Like, dude, come on now. Uh oh, she blanking out. Minx, but yet. Up, see, there she goes. She on her Wi-Fi again. Wi-Fi cutting up. Apologize for the brief interruption. This happens all the time. Give us a second. Oh boy, oh boy. You come in
oh
laughing.
my
See, you know
god.
what you did. You knew what you did.
I don't care if you have a radio show or anything. I'm just gonna pull up your phone. Anyway, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I had for some reason I had an incoming call. I thought I had my other shit on, but that's okay.
Whoops.
I was sitting there like I was getting into my thought, and I was like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, what the hell? How are people getting through my phone? It's yeah, that's what it was.
Y'all know it's 7 o'clock. She on the show. Quit interrupting. We trying to run an empire here.
Hey, you know what? You know how that is. You tell somebody I'm going to the pop up, and I'm like, what do you want? What want with my
I know.
life?
I know you're not on your Wi-Fi.
No, I'm on my regular.
Yeah, I'm gonna need for you to step. I'm gonna need for you to take 2 steps to the left. Stick your arm out the window. Cause you giving me Max Headroom tease again. Look, if y'all don't know who Max Headroom is, I'm either too old or y'all are too young. We need to meet in the middle. Like
Yes,
Max.
I'm definitely off the Wi-Fi now because I'm like, nah.
Yeah, see. Yeah, y'all need to Google Max Headroom and you will thank me for it. Uh, but yeah,
Yeah,
like
they don't know. They don't
that
they don't
was
know about it.
that was quality '80s TV.
Max Headroom. What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's the thing Eminem was playing. No, 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 no. But that's a good reference point. But no, because he was the only one that actually tried to do that. Oh, but
I'm
anyway.
going over your head like Max Headroom. Come
Oh,
on, Minx. Let's get it together today. What are we doing?
boo. Oh my
But
god.
I will definitely say you're going to be happy to know that I was able to take the tape off of my mixer thing.
Oh, you finally took it off.
It's like, you know what? It's just Pow Pow University. Just don't touch. Don't touch.
Don't do Gina
Don't
that
touch.
way. Don't do Gina that way. She's curious. She's inquisitive. She's 2. Like, come on now.
Look, when we were listen, when I was 6 months old and I was walking around my grandmother's house, people that you don't touch. Okay. You don't look at it. You don't
Mhm.
touch the pictures on it.
Mhm.
You don't even wipe any dust off of anything.
Mhm.
And
Don't even
we
breathe in that
knew,
direction.
yeah, don't even look in that direction. And we knew that once we touched that, it didn't matter what area of the house my grandmother was in. She knew that we were touching that table. She
Mm-hmm.
knew. So she would say, like another. So it was like, so you're like, you're like, she's not looking. So, and you go to touch it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I,
Chancleta came
I
flying
didn't.
across the room.
I didn't told y'all not to touch it.
Yep. Just throw that shit right across the room.
Just if your grandma or your mother says don't touch and you want to take that plunge, just go ahead and sign your life away.
Oh yeah.
Just
You
go
might
ahead
as
and
well.
just go ahead and die right there, cause you, my dear, are gonna get the business, and
Yeah. You're gonna
it,
get it bad.
and it's just amazing to me, like back when we were growing up. I sound so old when I just said that. Ugh. But back when we were growing up, uh, we were disciplined, some worse than others, and I mean, we believed in physical discipline. Now, I didn't want to get into this, but I wanted to know what your thoughts were on this. I've been seeing it on Twitter quite a bit about, when you have these children on Facebook being videotaped by their parents, ridiculing them, this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And then you see someone comment, see, this is why so many children deal with depression. This is why so many children grow up to be bullies. This is why uh, this is why kids grow up and kill themselves. And so somebody had put up a video. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a video of a kid. He's no more than maybe 3 years old. He is standing up in his car seat. And so the young mother, who I'm going to assume is maybe early 20s, she's laughing at him, but at the same time trying to discipline him, which we all know does not work. So
Mm-hmm.
someone reposted it and said, okay, now what do you do when you've exhausted all of the talking? I said, slam on brakes. Happened with us. I bet you sit your ass Scoop. I bet you sit your
Yep.
ass down. Like, but now,
Yep.
but see now, if you do that, oh my gosh, why don't you just talk to the kids? He's 3. He's not listening to you. He doesn't care about your feelings. He doesn't give a fuck what you think until he gets hurt. And he sit that ass down and think about what he did. Hit them brakes. It'll teach him. One guitar, skip. That's all you need. Thomas,
Tell like
Thomas, why
new
would you
new
just
parents.
just talk to him? Talk to him.
Shame says, "Fuck that. These kids are too soft nowadays."
Listen, listen. He understands what I'm saying. And I told them, I said, look, these kids today, big message, big, big message. These kids will not last in the 80s and 90s. They wouldn't last.
No.
They would be ready to slit their wrist the first time they get their butts whipped. Excuse me, because it's
Well,
new to
that's the
them.
problem.
Because it's new
That's
to
the
them.
problem. They're not getting their asses whipped. I mean, look at all of us in our era that we grew up around that, and it wasn't even like we got our asses whooped like tied to a tree type shit.
Right, on
We
some
just
roots type
knew.
shit. No, we just
Yeah, because even back then, like I think one of the dynamic things that young mothers and new mothers don't have, and they need to develop when they're pregnant, you know, and give themselves that look. You know what the look is? You know that
practice that look. Yeah, go in the
you got to
mirror.
practice the look. I'm 33 years old, and I will be at like the Thanksgiving Day table, and I would say I would have like another glass of wine, and I look across that table. My mom gives me that look still, and I still fear the wrath of the Lord.
Like, what are you doing with that
She's like,
wine
she don't
glass
even
in
have to.
your hand?
Yeah, she don't even have to. She don't even have. It's almost like telepathically you hear, if you don't put that damn wine glass down, I'm gonna beat your
the
ass.
look, the look is the words. The look is clenching through your teeth and talking. If you don't put the shit down right now, I'm gonna reach across the like that. The look tells you everything you need to know. Like, oh, she ain't playing. Like, if you ever sat in a church and your mom or your grandma or your auntie somewhere up on the choir stand and they babysitting you for the weekend and you cutting up in the pew and you happen to look up and auntie, grandma, and mama looking over them glasses at you
Mm.
and she slide them glasses down and give you that look, oh, you went
Yeah,
for it. You went for it.
Yep. Um,
You wait till pastor gives the benediction. Your ass going in that bathroom and getting your own benediction.
yeah, it's like you better like, it's like parents are so scared discipline my kids the way I was disciplined. Yeah, I mean, we only know what we know,
I'm
and
not saying street
you
fight your kids or nothing like that, but damn, I mean,
yeah, like don't you don't whoop their ass.
you
You
beat
know,
that ass.
Pow
I'm
Pow
getting
University.
no, you beat that
Beat
ass.
they like like for real. I'd be like
It's
yo,
amazing
it's
how I'm still alive today. It's amazing how I'm still here today. You know what I mean? Like I will say I've had my share of ass whoopings. A lot of stuff that I deserved because I'm an only child, so everything is automatically my fault. Uh, and it just is what it is. Who broke the vase? I don't know. You did it. It's like all right, But have you
but
have you
that's what really sucks.
have you ever accidentally gotten a whooping that was meant for your sister?
No,
And for those that don't know, she has a twin sister. So have you ever you
and a baby brother. Yeah,
no. I
you
ain't even
know how
talking
that
about the I
works.
ain't even talking about the brother. I'm talking about your twin. Have you ever
Let,
gotten
let
a
me tell you. Let me tell you. When one person got their ass whooped, it was equal opportunity for
see
all.
see that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, pause that story. You remember when I was telling you earlier about the car making all that noise, all that extra engine noise for nothing? He just went down the street, went nowhere.
And say I wasn't having fist fights with my parents. Yeah, I mean, you just knew, like, you knew that your ass got beat.
Hmm.
You got your ass beat, and then you had the best nap you've ever had in your life.
That was some good sleep
Right?
though.
That
I
was
ain't
the
gonna lie.
best sleep. Like, hey, mom, can you do me a favor for old time's sake? Yeah, sure. What's up? Can you beat my ass? I
Like
ain't had no sleep in days.
really get upset about anything, just random, just get upset and take it all out on me.
Just whatever you're mad at. Are you mad at anything at work? Yeah, just beat my ass, mom. Just beat it and let me have the best rest I've ever had in my
Yeah,
life.
just let me get a good nap in because when you woke up, it was like you was ready to take on the world.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's terrible. We those after whooping naps were pretty clutch though.
They were, and it's like you woke up from the pillow with like a little bit, still a little bit drenched from the tears.
Yeah,
But those
it's
are what
not.
that's what that's like
Uh,
cushion. The tears were just very nice. And then you get up and then you go out and your parents felt like shit because then they would cook you like a big ass meal. Like,
oh,
you like
your
hot dogs
parents.
and
Your mom cooked you a big hefty ass meal after beating
she,
your
she
ass.
cooked us a big ass meal. And I come out, I'm like, is this the last supper? Like, what's going on here? You like mac and cheese. You like mac
You want some fried chicken, baby? Gonna have you a couple of. Nah,
not recall an hour ago, like this life.
nah. This ain't no. I'm gonna beat your ass and then you gonna eat good. No, you gonna get your ass beat. You gonna take this nap and then when you get up, you might eat this good old bologna sandwich with some cheese. Now, don't now. I My mother cooked, and my mother throws down, still to this day. But
See that
when
that's
but see that was a privilege for some, having that big illustrious meal. But after an ass
no
whooping,
no no no.
you ain't getting the fried chicken, the mac and cheese, the collard greens. You're not getting none of that good Sunday dinner shit after an ass whooping. You're gonna eat these sandwiches. You're gonna eat these chips. You're gonna drink this glass of water, and then you're gonna go back in your room and get the hell out my face.
And then you're still trying to catch your breath while you're eating like such an immaculate meal. Like Sheem says, my mom ain't play with me. I woke up with a little bit of blood on my pillow. It made me
But it
who I
made me
am
who I am. You know what? You're gonna feel them welts on your ass for days. But guess what? You became a better person
for
all
days.
for days. You hear what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you gonna feel the wrath for like a day, and then the next day you gonna feel like a stronger person. Like, okay, I'm not gonna mess up today. I'm not gonna get in trouble.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get my ass beat today because I don't want it 2 days in a row. That's just way too much. And
Yep.
then
And they didn't play. They did not play back in the day. And again, this is why, even as an adult, I'll be like at Walmart or something, and I hate to say it, but it's true. I'll see like a black kid, right? The
Mm-hmm.
mom tells him, "Look, put that, no, no, no. Huh? Excuse me." I'm like, "Hold on, has over? Is hell freezing over? Can we please get some assistance because this black mother just told this kid that relax. Okay, you can put it back in the cart." I said, "You have got to be kidding me."
Relax. Put it back in the. If you don't put that shit back on that shelf.
No, it didn't. It wasn't even that. You just knew not to push it in there. You just knew it. You were lucky enough to push the cart. You were lucky enough to push.
Oh yeah. If you could see over the little bar and not run over your mother's ankles in the process, sure, why not?
Oh, my sister and I did that once.
I did
My
that to
sister and
I
I were
did that to
horsing around.
I did that to my mom one day. She turned around and gave me this look that could cut glass. Jesus, I said, "Oh." I put my hands off the cart and I walked to the side. I went to a whole nother aisle. I said, "Nope, I'm not pushing this bitch no more." Look it.
Yeah, that's exactly cart, and we were acting like we were acting like fools, and we were acting like oh, I'm gonna hit mommy with the cart. So my sister, she set me up. I'm pushing the cart and she's pulling it, and then I pushed it and she jumped out the way and it hit my
Oh.
mom in the back of her calves, and she looked that we were at the like trying to give the like ass beat when we get home.
Oh
And
no no no!
the
You
lady,
know
the
better.
lady that was the lady that was behind us, and she saw the whole thing, and she just gave us a look, and she said one thing and one thing only. It was a wrap.
Nah, whenever well, it ain't no we, it was just me. But if I ever did that, and I turn around and I happen to look up and my mom turns around and give me that look, it's like you can go ahead and play the funeral march. You go ahead and play it on the PA, please, if you don't mind. Thank you for shopping at Walmart. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you're gonna die. Clean up at the toy aisle again. Clean up on toy aisle. Thank you very much.
I'm telling you.
But these parents, these new parents today, will never understand the the pain and pleasure of being the kid in the 80s and 90s. Like, I hate to say it, but that was like some of the best times of my life.
Well, when you don't have structure, you know, my grandmother gave me some philosophy for any parents that or people that want to become parents or wherever. So she says to me, I was against the whole disciplining thing. That's just my thing. I kept saying,
Mm-hmm.
just wait till you have your own. Wait till you have your own. So I got mad at her one day and I said, when I have my own kids, I'm not going to have them like others. And she's like, excuse me?
Mm.
I said, yeah. It's like we look at the clock. We know that, okay, 8 o'clock in the morning is breakfast. We look at the clock again. We know 12 o'clock is lunchtime.
Hold on,
Well,
you kind of bleeped out right
if a
there.
child,
Like I missed that whole line right there.
so, so basically, philosophy was this: a child needs structure. They need to know what's happening because you are their world.
Mm-hmm.
So just like an animal, like a dog, you leave it time for them. It could be days. They don't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as a child. If a child doesn't know what's happening next, then they feel lost. They feel extremely, what's the word? Because they can't tell time. Kids can't tell time yet.
Yeah,
They only know outside. They look outside. If the sun is out, they think it's still morning. When the sun
and they
goes down,
good.
yeah, then they're good. But this is the thing: when you're teaching a child discipline, I'm a little bit beat, but your child behaving and they're not doing. It's a parenting issue. It's not a child issue. because each child learns differently, and patience is important because if you get mad, they're, kids study faces. That's their first language, is body language. So if you're like, don't do that or don't touch that,
Mm-hmm.
they don't understand. Like it's not connecting because the child is they don't know shit. They don't know their ass from their L. So you have to say, touch this because this is going to happen, or don't do that because that's going to happen. They don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what you said, when a kid, like, you could tell a kid all day long, don't touch the stove, you're going to burn yourself. They don't know what. At the end of the day, I'm not saying let your kid get hurt, but kids are only going to exactly boundary or met
Hold on.
if
Your
they're
phone,
not
hold on.
behaving.
Your phone is like mad choppy.
Is it still choppy?
Yeah, I hear you like every one or two words, and then if you say a sentence, I completely missed the whole entire thing.
How about now?
Yeah, until you start talking again.
Oh, so when I'm talking, I'm going out, or am
Yeah,
good? Am I good now?
yeah, you good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you know, parenting and all that stuff, like, when it comes to today's kids, and we can't sit there and lie about this. Parents are zombies. They are still keeping up with their trying to look like their lives are popping. So they're not paying it.
Yeah, there she goes again.
Yeah. So that with that, yes.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. See, I told you. As soon as you got good into it, you did. Hey, that's what I'm
I
getting on
don't.
this side of things. I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
But
uh,
anywho,
but anywho,
that was my spiel on that.
if y'all caught any
Those were
of
the
that,
thoughts.
yeah, that was the thought. But if you are a new parent and you're not sure what to do, talk to some of your OGs because they have children. They've had children. They had you, so I'm sure they can give you some 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 gems on how to handle day to day kid operations. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you, and I don't have any children, and I guess it's best that I don't because it would be 1988 all over again. It's best that I don't have children because CPS would probably be involved day one. No, I'm kidding. No, it's. I'm not gonna sit there and let my child run all over me. Hey, listen. I'm not gonna let my child run all over me.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be too much talk. Like, you don't grasp the concept of this. So now I'm going to show you what that means. I will be very careful not to black your eye, bust your lip, knock your teeth out, crooked your nose. I will be sure not to cut you, shoot you, burn you, bruise you too bad where the teacher can see you. But you're going to know that I say what I mean what I say, you do what I tell you, or there will be consequences. And it's not going to be a, well, come and let me talk to you as to why I'm upset with.
Right.
No, 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 honey, no. We're past that. Timeout, Timmy is over. That little shit didn't work. The only time you got time out, the only time you got time out was when you was in preschool and you got forced to the little corner of the little classroom. You had to turn your back to the class and you couldn't. Yeah, at home there is no timeout. You get your shit taken from you and you do not get it back until I tell you to. You don't go outside until I tell you to. You will come home, do your homework. You will help me with the house, help cook dinner if you feel like it. You're gonna do some chores. You're gonna take your ass to bed. It ain't gonna be no Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pornhub, none of that shit. You're not doing any of it. You better use your overactive imagination and make it happen because you won't get any visual aids with these little devices. You ain't getting it. I'm just saying,
True. And
yeah, your pills, yeah, your pills. Listen, you know what I'm talking about. When moms and dads took things when they took things from you, you missed it. When mom said I'm
We
taking
love
this,
everything.
I had my TV taken out my room. You know how bored I was with no TV. I didn't really play with toys at the time. I was still getting on punishment, but I didn't really have toys. I was growing out of that toy phase, so all I had was like my TV and a couple of things that that kept me busy. Once the TV was gone, I was in Shawshank. I was in the box. I had nothing going on but school and home. That was it.
But let me tell you, my mom is super smart. I was smart. She's super smart,
Yeah,
right?
moms usually
So
are because they've done what we did before. They've done it better.
evolved. Um, so that we had cable, we got in trouble at school. My sister was cutting school. We were both cutting school. And she found out because we were hiding phone calls, the robotic calls that would come in and say, "Your child, 30 days."
Oh my gosh.
So we're
I,
like sneaking in her room and deleting.
like she ain't gonna hear this today. Boop boop boop. Oh,
Exactly.
oh
So
no no
his did.
no. Oh no. We didn't have a answering machine. Somehow, whenever I got in trouble, and and I laugh about it now, even at 36, I laugh about it now. But one day I got in trouble in school, and my mom didn't drive. But somehow, every time I got in trouble, they called her job, and she ended up at the school in 15 minutes or less. I took this, like, I was maybe 28 years old when I figured out that the lady that my mom worked with, because she worked at a preschool where I went, her friend used to drive the school bus in the little preschool van. So
Don't
whenever,
tell me she was snitching.
listen,
She,
listen, listen, she'll get a call. Hi, this is Principal something 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 from such and such elementary school. We have a little bit of a situation with your daughter. Would you mind coming up to the school? Oh, okay. I'll be there shortly. She'd go grab one of the bus drivers, the ones that she was friends with, and the girl would bring her up to the school.
wow.
Next thing you know, I'm in the school wilding out. I'm thinking things is peaches. My mom, they ain't call my mama. They call my bluff. I'm having the best time of my life. And then next thing you know, I turn around and I see my mama staring me down. I said, "How the fuck you get here?" That was my first thought. It ain't even oh shit I'm in trouble. It's how the hell did you get? You don't drive. How did you get here? The damn bus
Like she was
driver.
really like Carmen San Diego with that.
How did how? I need a blues clue. How did you get here? And just when I seen her, my heart went down to my stomach, and then my stomach went down to my butthole, and I was just puckering all day. I was so scared. I said, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die."
And it's they didn't care because they're like, "Yo," I'm like, "Yo, Miss So, you kind of messed up because now I'm gonna go home and get my ass beat." I'm like, see, nowadays it's not like that.
Yeah, you ratted me
Mofos
out,
be
and
on
I
like,
don't like you.
yeah, it's like I'm like, come on. I'm like, you didn't watch Don.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. See, we used to throw away progress reports and report cards to act like the parents didn't get them. If you had an answering machine and knew how to work it, you tried to delete that shit before your mom got home. However, somebody in your neighborhood knew you got in trouble before you knew that your mom knew that you got in trouble. I get ratted out all the time. So when I come home thinking everything's sweet, I'm playing, minding my business, living my best life, I get, "So, you over there fighting again, huh? Who told you? Who's ratting me out? First of all,
Yo, we had
mind your business."
neighbors. I lived in Yonkers, right? So in Yonkers, we lived in a 27-story building.
Oh yeah, the whole building knew that.
Oh, yeah, not even that. Like I just could not wrap.
Hold on, you
But
cutting out, you
my
cutting out,
mom
you cutting
kid,
out. You're cutting out.
Manhattan. Uh, again?
You're cutting out like big time.
Again?
Yeah, again. I told go out to the fire escape. I need to see what's going on here. Like go out on your front porch, your back deck. Just go outside.
I, I'm not even. I'm not even.
I don't.
I'm not even on Wi-Fi. I'm on the regular internet.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, but you know what they say.
Like,
If you live 20 stories up, you know what they say. Heat rises. So by the time it got to your floor, that shit got hot. You was getting your ass beat.
mm-hmm,
she
mm-hmm.
she said fix that boost mobile. Oh shit, not the boost.
He said, "Fix that boost."
Fix
Yo,
the
you know what?
boost.
You damn right.
Wait,
Because
you have
I was
boost?
like, of course I have
What
boost.
you
What?
mean?
I
Of
have
course I
three. I
have.
have three.
Who uses
I have three
boost?
phones. I have three phones. One
Oh,
T-Mobile, is Boost, and the other one.
I ain't even hear what the third
So
one
the
was.
Boost is my right.
I ain't even hear what the third one was. They don't. It no longer matters. Look, listen.
The Boost. Listen, my Boost phone is my write-off phone. That's the phone that I use so I can have a paper trail of what I spend on my phone bill because you got to separate the two.
Yeah, I get that. Now I understand you trying to save a few coins, but hun, come on
I pay $50 a month for this.
now.
$50. It's spring, and at the time, at the time, so that's a. It was.
You see what I'm saying? Like if y'all hear anything of what she just said, you know what I mean?
It's a joke. I didn't know you had booze. You.
We got this thing down here called Metro PCS, and
I got the iPhone.
that's the crappiest service ever. It's that Metro PCS. I'm gonna need for you to switch phones because I ain't hearing none. I'm not hearing anything you're saying. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, goodness gracious, we're gonna go ahead and play a song anyway, so we can get to the next topic. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and play do Ground Boy Kivo, Drag the Safe. Y'all keep it locked right here. It's the Random Talking Indie Music Show. Uh, yeah. So y'all keep it locked right here.
L T L. Let's go. L T M. Hopped up the Benzo looking like a ticket. Nigga won't smoke, tell her pull up, I'm with it. Bullets hit you fitted, like the old wizards. Fuck these niggas cause they all snake lizard. Fuck a rap nigga, we'll shoot up your sprinter. Getting to the money with no money printer. Down, niggas switching up by the bitch. Got caught with a gun, got a slap on the wrist. I ain't fucking with him cause I know he gon' snitch. Already did it, he'll do it again. We gon' shoot off your chin. Can't find you, we gon' shoot at your friends. You not a real nigga, you not a real hitter. Damn, you just act like it on Insta. I don't flash guns or money in my pictures. I just want money, I don't want the attention. When it's real gas, that blunt hit different. Had to get up and go give me some money. Used to still clothes and be looking bummy. Still out the store when niggas was hungry. We took them poles like we in the army. Can't trust the hoe, she never was honest. Bitches got secrets, too much mileage. Ran out the store with all the designer. Ain't talking money, you know I decline it. Skinny petite, I got behind it. She say my name like she trying to remind me. I'm not gonna chase her if she not replying. I keep that Nina cause niggas be dying. I know they watching these bitches be spies. Bitches be ops, bitches be cops. Don't got no hook, I got them shook. I got a grind, I got a jug. Find me a lick, find me a plug. I'm looking for money, not looking for love. I'm in the streets if you looking for cuz. I did that race, bitch, I'm on the run. If he a snake, we gon' cut off his tongue. I'm from the jungle, gorillas and guns. Play if you want and I'm up in the score. I get them rats, you still a little boy. I put them hoovers and criminals on you. Came from the mud like dirt mixed with water. I was trying to get the 4 1/4. I was trying to get the whole damn bill. Credit cards coming in through the mail. Keep the pole, cause I ain't trying to be dead. Yeah, hey. I got that gas on the low. I just got back off of loans. You niggas don't want no smoke. And I been shopping for poles. I'm on that scam shit. I might sign her up for the phones. Look what they did to Tay. Look what they did to Tony. Wonder why I keep it on me. Me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Hey, I say, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Hey, hey, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Kept all in this bag today. Me and my nigga look mad today. Hey, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Hey, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Hey, hey, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe. Yeah, I say, me and my nigga gon' drag the safe.
Alright, so that was Drag the Safe by Grind Boy Kivo. We are back with the Random Talking Indie Music Show. If y'all just tuning in, I'm your host 759 alongside my co-host Minx Couture, aka Boost That Phone Minx. Jesus, boost it, Jesus. See? Y'all see what I'm saying? Sheem 827. Yeah, we're on Monday through Friday, 7 to 9. Tune in. I'm also on Periscope, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We live almost everywhere. Where the heck did she go this time? Grams by Hooks, what's up? Oh boy. Y'all see what I'm saying here? What Minx doing? Oh boy. Alright, so she's still not on yet. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and play another track. This is More Shots by my homegirl Tanya Rivers featuring Flow Sicker, Free Flow Till It's Backwards.
You can find me in front at a bar, asking the bartender, can I get more? More shots, more shots, more shots, more shots. Make my way over to the floor. You can tell I don't need no more, but I be asking for more shots, more shots, more shots, more shots. When I walk up in the club, you can tell I already been drinking. Then I head straight to the bar, and you already know what I'm thinking. Pour me up a shot of something, I'm buying at the bar tonight. I'm already faded, 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 just trying to get wasted, yeah. Pour me up a shot of that, whatever you drinking, I'm down with that. Yeah, pour it up, I stay messed up from the liquor in my cup. Fucked up, I can never get enough, and the bar's in the cool, so I left fucked up. And my girl made sure I got home, I got to the crib and started drinking some more. More shots, more shots, more shots, more shots, more shots. Can I get more shots? More shots, more shots. Can I get more shots? More shots. Buying out the bar tonight. More shots. Don't make it home tonight. More shots, more shots. You can find me in front at a bar, asking the bartender, can I get more? More shots, more shots. More shots, more shots. Made my way over to the floor. You can tell I don't need no more, but I be asking for more shots, more shots, more shots, more shots.
Just got dressed, man, I'm stupid fly. We on the way to the spot, just my crew and I took a shot to the dome, that's a suicide. Just got word about the spot, it's a suicide. Walk up in that bitch, niggas showing me love. Hating hoes mad, cause they ain't popping no bug. Thirsty ass niggas trying to come and pop a rub. Niggas making it rain, but they ain't throwing no dubs. Fighting over ones, man, I know not. I'm headed back to the bar, need more shots. I hit my charge or something like Coca-Cola. He wanna knock it out the park like he's Sosa.
now going up. More shots, more shots, more shots. More shots, more shots. Can I get more shots? More shots, more shots. Can I get more shots? More shots. Flying out the bar tonight. More shots. Hope I make it home tonight. More shots, more shots.
Shit. Yes, I'm here. I believe we do.
Yeah. So we back. We back.
We good. We Gucci. I
All
just
right.
ain't going.
We
I was like, I ain't gonna move. I ain't gonna move out this spot.
don't move a toe. So don't even blink to the left. Like just look straight, whatever wall you look facing. Just look at that wall. Um. So the next topic, you already know what time it is. It's close to that time. It is tax season. Y'all
Yes.
already know what it is. We waiting for them W-2s, them W-9s, them 1099s, the 12.99 with a 12 piece. We waiting on for all our paperwork to come through so we can file that shit and ball out of control and then be broke by February. Uh,
She said out of control.
ball out of control and be broke by February. I am very envious of you people. Trust and believe. I don't hear that noise. I hear it briefly, and then I hear just utter despair. I'm broke. I'm very jealous of those who get like six, seven, $8,000 on a tax return. It,
Well, I was just telling one of my hombres on Facebook, there's a something circulating going around. They're talking about, oh, if you get your taxes, you should get what's the word? You should get a passport.
mm,
I'm like, okay.
all
You
right.
can't have like here's how I look at it, because these guys were calling this woman, this black woman, they were saying that she was trying to keep black men from being able to travel overseas because they may meet their boo or their squeeze overseas and not be with a American black woman. This is the bullshit that has been
Oh,
talked about on
mm.
Facebook.
Listen here. If I find something across the way, I mean, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I mean, no shade to the American men, but hey,
But that's
I
just
don't, you
so
don't you
that's
don't
just
you don't
so
go out looking for that on purpose. You know what I mean?
right.
I mean, if I
This is the
happen,
thing that I
look,
I always feel this way.
if I happen to meet my future baby dad on the island of Puerto Rico, then damn it, it was meant to be.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Like,
just
why
saying.
does it matter? They're making it sound like black women are sitting there saying, you know, honestly, as a black woman, I don't. If you're a black dude and you want to date a white chick, a Spanish chick, a Polish chick, an Irish chick, you ain't smashing me. So what is it to me? Like, I
Exactly.
don't
I'm not
I
benefiting
don't
from that.
care.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, well, you don't date your own. Okay, well, oh, what is it to you? What another person decides to date? What's it to you? Why are you worried about somebody else's fucking gene pool? That's what I don't get.
Mm, mm. It's listen. It's basically uh it's clout. It's for status. It's to say, oh yeah, I have a passport. Okay, that's great, but you can't even afford to go outside your city, your state. You can't even go outside the county. So how in the hell you getting a passport is going to like I don't know if that boosts people up. Like yeah, I got a passport. I'm this that and the third. No, you're not. You still live here and you still travel
Look,
around here.
if you get your taxes, right? This is what I don't get. Again, tax season. First of all, where do I begin? Getting taxes, getting taxes back, thousands of dollars worth of taxes back is not it's nothing to advertise. That just means you paid the government too much money out of your income. That's what that means. Because you're an
Mhm.
idiot. Because you didn't write the right information. You didn't write, you did your W 2 and did not input the correct data. So that's why the government owes you money. Here's another idiot thing that people don't understand when you do taxes, right? The tax man, the government, when they're taking your money out of your paycheck, your income, which they're really not supposed to do, um, what happens is that they're gaining interest on your money. So that's almost like me going to one person saying, "Look, give me $2,000. I'll give it back." Right?
Mhm.
So they give you $2,000, or excuse me, you give them $2,000. They go and with that $2,000, they made 1 million. They come back and say, "Here's your 2 grand." And oh yeah, here's an extra 50 because you got a kid.
Wow. Basically giving you what you'd have paid back.
Yeah. So
Plus,
I just be
plus a
asking,
little bit for
okay,
extra credit.
yeah, like, okay, because you have kids, whatever. Here's a credit. Here's a credit for making a certain amount of money. Here's another credit for this, another credit for that, right?
Mm.
I think that the real ballers are the ones that owe in the end because you have restricted the government from being able to tax all of your taxable income, right? So you're like, F y'all, F y'all. I ain't giving you all my money. So you owe them in the end. So you want people are excited about getting a couple of thousand back. I'm like, look, I'm happy for you. I'm hoping that that helps your current financial situation. But if you want to go out and buy flat screens and Jordans and all this shit that you saw, you want to get an iPhone 10 million X, you know, I just don't think that that money is for that. I think that that money is to invest into your family. It's to invest, why the fuck do you have a 60-inch flat screen and you got roaches in your house? These are the things that I think about.
Ooh,
What are
boy.
we what are we investing in?
Right.
What invested in? Why can't you take your money and open up a savings account or IRA account or get into some investments? People they want to buy an iPhone 10X or whatever the fuck it is $1,000. You know how much it is for one share in Apple? $1,000. So we don't see eye to eye with investments. This dog better shut up.
I guess what the hell
We
was
don't see.
that?
So
I thought it was. I low key thought that shit was Gino real quick. Like what the
she was
hell?
probably she was probably agreeing with me. She was the dog's probably agreeing with me. Like this bitch is on her shit. This is how I look at it. So if why buy an Apple phone for $1,000? Because some mofo's may roll up into T-Mobile like, yo, I got it, I got that shit. Okay, so you spend $1,000 on a phone that's going to depreciate in value, but you can invest $1,000 into one Apple stock that will not depreciate in value, based on my viewings of the stock market. So that you got people that when my mom used to call them pretender spenders, that's what they
Mm-hmm.
are.
Right.
Showboating. You're showboating.
Just
Fine,
flossing for
or if
nothing, really.
yeah, if it was me, I would take that money, right? And I would go and I would find an artist to invest in. And I would just say, I'm Diddy, and I'm gonna make you walk to Harlem to get some fucking cheesecake for me. You know
Cheesecake.
what I'm saying?
Cheesecake.
So this is where we differ. Like this is why I'd be like, okay, so you got a passport. That's just so normal. Anybody can get a passport. That's just another form of identification.
Yeah.
But let's talk about when you go overseas. What money are you going to invest in for a translator because you want to be backpacking through Europe and shit? Are you going to have the money to pay for a translator? Are
Mm-hmm.
you going to have the money to pay for a suite? Because you can't be stunting on social media and not upgrade your shit to have a private, balcony, overlooking the water, and you're not going to eat out the mini bar because
Yeah. No.
you have a glass of water. That's it. That's like an $8 glass of water.
And maybe a piece of bread if they don't charge you nothing.
Yeah. And then not to mention clothes and checking your shit. And then of course, if you go over there with some shit, you may get hit up with customs. So it's like, yeah, it looks good. It all sounds good. It sounds great. But a lot of you guys are not in the financial position to even think about backpacking through Europe because you might have to sell your organs to come back if you don't have any more money.
Mm,
So, like,
nope,
think about it.
I won't be going there. Allow me to read this post that was posted. What's today? 22nd was posted 2 days ago,
Hmm.
and I quote: "Stop telling people they have to buy passports with their income tax money." Eye roll emoji. Y'all real simple minded. Passports cost $175. Yes, this is true, but traveling internationally costs a whole lot overall. You could spend your refund on anything that makes you happy because, baby, it is yours. Don't waste your money on passport, but don't waste your money to on no passport to explore a foreign country where you haven't even fully explored the motherfucking states you live in. Take some adult road trips in some areas where you can speak the language without needing a translator before you go jump off the plane and go broke trying to follow up with Facebook clout from folks that don't even know you. And don't feel bad if you haven't started traveling anywhere yet. You'll get there on your own time and on your own dime. End quote.
I agree. I agree.
If the dog agrees,
I
I heard
mean,
him. I heard him.
yeah,
The dog.
yeah.
Dog's like yes.
I agree mainly because, you know, hold on, Instagram kicked me off. That's what happens when you get to the hour.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotta
you know how they get
refresh.
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 The thing the thing that sucks about all of that is that, do shit because you want to do it.
Yeah. You're not here to
You
impress
know,
anybody.
yeah. I mean, people die over clout, okay? They die over if you make it shit. So you out there flashing bills and doing this and that. And at the end of the day, you got people watching it.
Mm-hmm.
People that maybe you owe them money and you forgot to pay them. So you say,
But you spent money on a couple pairs of shoes and like yeah, take care
yeah,
of your responsibilities first. That's all we're saying.
you have to live within your means
Yeah.
and invest in your future. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the way I look at it, if you're a parent and you're going what's the word? You're going on trips and it's around December, I'm like, you earn that.
Mm-hmm.
You earn that shit. But if you go around February, March, you go into Disneyland and shit, you just, you spent your tax money. You spent your tax money. Just be
You
honest.
spent a cute little dime, and it's okay. I mean,
Yeah. There's nothing
who's
wrong.
it
Look,
hurting? Who is it hurting?
I I will never be the first person or any person to come out my face and say what a person should spend their tax money on. But what
Mm-hmm.
I will say is that don't come out your face like you got it like that because you don't.
Not at all. That's temporary drip. That's all.
Yeah, it's temporary, and at the end of the day, what we should do as people is, I understand the premise of it, but it was weird because most took that post as black women don't want black men to travel unto a foreign country because they don't want to date,
But you get
inside their
mad
race.
when they go across the street and date the local white girl. Like, come on now, make up your mind. Like, what?
I
What's?
don't look. My
Listen.
mentality is it. I don't care who you fucking. I'm just
Yeah,
keeping it real.
yeah. It
I
ain't me.
don't care. I ain't paying. If I want to see that, I'll go to Pornhub and I'll download it. But I don't care who you choose to care, who you choose to, get down and dirty with. I don't care. I don't think that there should be like black people are so hard on each other that it's almost nauseating. Okay,
I mean,
and
if you down with the swirl, you down with the swirl. Jesus, sprinkle some
yeah,
nuts and
and we
shut the
don't.
hell up.
Yeah, I just look. I do notice that one thing, and I will say that this is true. Okay, when it comes to black men dating outside their race, it is more of an issue when a black woman dates outside her race. I do know that because when black women, I see them on Facebook all the time. And it's only Facebook because, again, like I always say, I think Facebook is the most toxic website on the planet. I just think, I think it
It
should just
is.
implode. It should implode and go away because it's become, well, now that Facebook is integrated with Instagram and they're like hand in hand, I just think that Instagram and Facebook are both very toxic platforms because a Facebook is always putting you into the perception of I'm not living my best life. I'm not doing the best that I can do for myself
Mm-hmm.
because you're trying to keep up with other people. I just graduated from college and you're working at 8 to faint. It's not even 9 to 5. You're working at 8 to faint and you're putting away boxes or you're doing stock or you're janitor. You're just not good enough for Facebook at that
and
point. And then with
everybody and everybody has become psychotherapists and become they use Facebook as their private journal, and it's always and then you got people that's if you're not judging them in the comments, you're judging them silently. So either way, I mean,
you're not going to be good enough
you're not
for
going to be good for
anybody.
anything, for anybody, for any purpose.
you
That's
you could be look you could be a rapper right on Facebook. You could be a rapper. You could rack in about a $500 in distribution, right? You can say, hey guys, I did great, but there'll always be that one person to say, well, you okay, but you ain't on the charts though. I ain't seen
yeah.
you, I ain't heard you on the radio, you ain't popping. But I'm like, okay,
Let me hear
and
something, and don't link me to no SoundCloud account.
yeah, I saw, yeah, you know what? I see this on Facebook, and I feel like I'm like an angel of like death because I can't stand, I don't like to comment creep, but I do.
I
But when
do.
I do see that yeah, one of my friends is battling their quote unquote friend, and they're ridiculing their life or their look or whatever, ass is jumping in that shit. You are not alone.
Right.
But I make sure I read the whole thread because if you fucked up, I ain't jumping in.
Yeah, no. If you opened that door and walked on in there, I'm just gonna let you go.
I would be like, yeah, sorry about that.
I
I'll
mean,
be rooting for you.
you know the gif of the is it GIF or GIF? Is it GIF? The little
GIF.
GIF. Okay, you know the GIF of the Jay-Z when he makes that yikes face. Yeah, I'm giving you
Yeah,
that. I'm giving you the
yeah,
yikes, and I'm shutting the door.
yeah. Because some people be getting into some wild ass fights, and I'd
Oh
be like,
yeah.
yo, was it really? Was it really? Like I'm the person that's like logic. I believe in logic with these things. So one of my friends, of course, he keeps posting shit about how he hates black women. Right? I really believe that
Wait,
he does not
wait,
like black
whoa, whoa.
women.
You say he
Yes, it's who
hates?
we. I think he hates black women. I really do.
Is it our friend?
It's our friend. Yes.
Hmm.
I don't think he likes black women, and I think it's because of the fact that they probably never gave him the time of day, which is understandable. But
Is he? I never went Facebook creeping. Is he black or other?
black,
It be your own people, I tell you.
it be your own people. But this is what I say. Look, if you are a person and you have a personal preference, this is what I'm saying, and this is what I went off on him today, but in a nice way.
Oh, I missed. Shit.
He's one of those friends on Facebook that you don't want to delete because you're cool, but that you just hate the way they fucking think. You just hate the way they think. You're like, why do you think like this? So
Like who
I left a
taught you?
comment. Yeah, like who hurt you? I want to know who hurt you. So I was just like, you know what? I finally had to get it off my chest because sometimes, if their friends see that you're the one sensible friend, they'll fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
So I just left it like this. I said, look, what you need to understand is that energy tracked. What you put out is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're putting out negative energy, right? I said, just be honest. Self. I don't give a fuck why you don't like women, black women, whatever the case may be. I don't understand why some men think that attacking women online is what is going to make a chick look on your page like, oh, I like that. I like that
But
thought.
indeed, you will get the total opposite. You will probably get read for filth. You probably get blocked. But
Yeah, I entertain the bullshit because I need it in my life. This
and be,
gives
and
me
because
show.
and because I live for your rants, I check for them too.
Yeah, it gives me show content. I be telling people like this. My friend's friend started to go back and forth with me one day, and I literally kept saying the same thing to him. I was like, hi, yes, I was talking to this guy. He's like, yeah, but this is a public forum, but that's nice. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to this guy. And
Mm-hmm.
he writes again. Yeah, but listen, sister, I really don't understand why you're. I said, but I said, oh,
Once
I'm
again,
sorry. Maybe
once again.
I didn't make. I said I didn't make myself very clear. I said, so let me make it crystal for you. My name is Minx. How are you? I don't know you personally. I've never heard of you or seen you in my life. But when usually people want to engage with me, it usually starts with a form. I send them to my website. They fill it out. I have my management overlook it. They let me know if it's a contact that actually makes financial sense to me. And then if I feel like I need to reach back to you, chain of command, I don't argue in comments. I have a podcast that has ads that I get paid on. So if you would like to be a guest on my show
Oh
to
shit.
dispute me, I can certainly facilitate that for you, which is Friday nights at 10 p.m., not 10:01, not 10:10. Um, if you're interested in being a guest on my show, there is a $75 fee.
God
So
damn.
if you want to continue this conversation, please contact my management and he will be happy to get to you. You know, this dude,
Oh
I
boy.
kid you not. Oh, I've been in radio and TV for the past 15, 20
Oh, nobody
And then
cares.
you know how I shut his ass up? I said, "You used to." That was the end of that.
Oh my god. See that's what I'm saying. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for bruh. Shut the fuck up. Nobody's talking to you. Like you're 2 seconds away from getting blocked. Like I don't do all
We
that.
I have gone past this whole realm of arguing with people online. Okay, if
Oh,
it don't
I'm
make
not
me
gonna
know,
argue at all. I'm not the argumentative type. I'm just gonna
I
block
lo-
your ass.
I love arguing, but if I do argue with someone, I'm making sure to it that I get paid on that.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't none of that shit. So I like it. I love it.
You really gave him
But
a $75 price tag though.
I sure did.
Oh my
I sure
god.
did. I don't play that shit. I really don't. Like you
And then
can
he
be
go and then he gonna
disrespectful.
follow it up and then he gonna follow it up like I used to be in radio. Like, okay, and
Yeah, and I
that $75
used to.
still stands. What's up?
But yeah, but then of course he proceeded to call me a tranny and all this fun shit. And I was
Oh,
like,
of
okay,
course. Of
you wish I was a
course.
tranny. Maybe you're into that. Maybe I can fulfill those
Why
dreams.
is it that every time you start to get into their feelings, I mean you have them bothered. The next thing to come out their mouth is, "Oh, you look like
Oh
you're
yeah,
not
you look
or
ugly.
you're not that cute. I wasn't trying to holler at you anyway." It's
Like,
always
what are we in? What are we in grade school?
like, come on
I
now.
don't give a fuck how you think I
You're
look.
just mad.
Oh, fix your wig. Okay, sewing. Thanks.
Paid for.
Next.
I
Paid
paid for
for
that.
in
Yeah.
full.
Thanks.
In full.
Next.
See, they really get so frustrated because when they hit you with the your wig and your hair. I'm like, yes, but do you know how to change a tire, my motherfucking friend here? You know how to change your oil, my homie. I don't think you
Mm-hmm.
do. So go do some manly shit.
Like if I need to fix a leak in my sink, could you handle that, or do I need to do that myself?
But at the end of the day, like Gino tells me all the time, he goes, "Oh, I don't need you to fight my fights. I need you to bail me out because I don't really give a fuck.
Oh wow.
I really don't."
I need you to
He
bail me
knows.
out.
He got so mad at me one time because he was hanging out with his friends. And you know how you got that one friend that does a sneak diss and shit? See, I was peeping all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he did it for the last time. And of course, when you have a couple of drinks in you, a lot of things become amplified.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's drinking, laughing and stuff. And his friend said some shit. And I said, "Huh, why don't you just shut the fuck up?" Like real talk. And he's like, "Huh?" Everyone looked at me, "What? Huh? Huh?"
Burr?
I said, like, you're very rude. You're quite rude. And he just, "You need to control your girl, man." Why do guys say that?
You need to control your girl like she can't handle herself.
What the hell does that mean? Like if I'm a chihuahua, I pit bull. So I'm just like, yeah. So you don't think I heard about, the little going towards my man, but that's all cool. I'm gonna let you be quiet. I'm gonna let you figure it out when you're gonna be quiet until I decide to
Hmm.
say some. So my man is looking at me like, in a sense, as a woman, I get it. You can't let your man look like a bitch. You can't do that. But I'm a person. I
But
don't
you're
care
not gonna
who
make
you are.
me look like a bitch either. I don't give a shit.
Oh, that is like, look, I personally feel like a woman, if she feels that she should defend her man, she should.
And it's not even defending. I wouldn't say in that instance it was defending. It was you peeping out some stuff that he overlooked and you called him out. It won't even defending Gino because he was probably not even paying attention to old dude in the first place or didn't catch it, right off. But you caught the bar and so you decided to say, okay, hold on a second. That sneak
It
this
was
and that.
almost like that scene. It was almost like that scene in Goodfellas when they're all talking about killing the what's his face, killing the dude, and then Robert De Niro's like at the bar, and he's just looking at them like, I got.
Oh, you done blanked out again. I missed. You blanked out on me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said it was almost like the scene in Goodfellas. There and he's just like smoking a cigar, just going, yep, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Yeah, the part where he was about to kill Maury's ass, and they all cracking jokes, playing cards, and he's just smoking like, "Yep,
Yep.
you're gonna die."
that
Give
that was me. I'm
me
smoking my
some Eric
cigarette, just nodding
Clapton,
my
you
head.
gonna
Like
die.
if he says one more fat man, I'm gonna just have to let him have it.
Put a
And I
knife,
did.
put an ice pick in the back of his head. He'll shut up. What Joe Pesci
But
said, he'll never shut the fuck up. He's a real pain in the ass.
exactly.
He's a real pain in the ass. Yeah, like it's not even about defending your man. Which, if it were me, and I had someone, speak up for me, I wouldn't feel defeated. I wouldn't feel, if I was a guy, I wouldn't feel emasculated. I'd be like, oh, she's sharp as a tack. She catches shit that I'm not really hip to. I'm not really paying attention, especially if I'm drinking and a little inebriated. I'm not catching everything that's around me. So by you being on guard and on point for anything to pop off, you caught what he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I
Mm-hmm.
would expect for you to do that for me. If you can defend me in my presence, I know you can defend me when I'm not around.
To all my friends, like everyone I love,
Right.
anybody that, if you introduce me to your friend and your friend is not like your friend is just not treating you as a friend, I don't care if I lose you as a friend. I'm still going to defend you.
Yeah. However, you might have to put some ice on that wound for your friend, cause I'm gonna fuck him up.
Oh yeah.
I
Look,
mean, I ain't gotta
I don't
touch you
like
at all. I ain't gotta touch you at
I don't
all.
I don't look good in orange. So I've calmed down significantly. Um but it's just like the way that I look at it is just friends that are not their real friends. And it's like I can peep that. It's like I'd rather have no friends and just be have like mad acquaintance
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
friendships are different. Friendship different when you're going into business ventures, etc. Because that's a real test of friendship.
Right.
So
Exactly.
your friends that you tell them, hey, do me a favor, I got this new release, and could you just pre-save it so I can get my numbers up? And they're
Mhm.
what's the first thing they'll say? Oh, I don't have Spotify, I'm sorry. What? If I have, like, let me tell you, if my friend came to me and said, Minx, I got a new album coming out and I just need a couple of pre-saves, could you please? I don't, it's not, I don't have that. I'm running. Even I've got to use a fucking prepaid card. I'm downloading it and doing what you asked because I value our friendship.
And even if you can't get, if you can't do it, if you can't get it per se, just share it anyway. At least act like you give a shit. You know what I mean?
It doesn't share shit either. Like, y'all will share some Breakfast Club shit. Y'all will share some Drake shit. Y'all share new
That's
Eminem.
why I always said I don't have a lot of friends. I just know a bunch of motherfuckers. That's
Yeah,
that's the
like
story of my life. I have maybe one or two close friends. Everybody else is a bunch of people I know, and they ain't good for shit anyway. Just
yeah.
I
When
can't
it
count on
comes
them for
to
25 cents if I needed it. You know what I mean? But only two people I know have come through for me, and I've come through for them, and it's always been we know what it is. You can't count on everybody to do that for you, and they're not, unfortunately, because people don't know how to be friends. See, today's friendship and yesterday's friendship are two totally different things. People don't know how to be friends, especially women. Women are the worst friends. We too
yeah,
when I say we, I mean we women in general. We're too busy trying to steal each other's men. We're too busy plotting over how to
hmm
sabotage this. We're too busy stealing clothes out the closet. We don't care if you can't find them. We'll help you look for them after we steal them. Like, come on now.
it'll steal your we'll steal your shit and help you look for
Help
it.
you look for. Like, girl, what you lost? You lost some earrings. Got them bitches on the whole time. You lost some earrings. Well, hold on. Where was the last place you put them? Let me help you look for.
Mm-hmm.
Women don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to be friends, and men are just as dirty. Men are just as
I think
dirty. I mean,
a lot of
it's just is
people
what it is.
a lot of people I think, they have valued my friendships because of the fact that, I internalize their lives as my own. And it's a shame how, those same people, you know, they get a man or they get a girl because, I valued a lot of my male relationships. So they get a man, they get a man or they get a girl, and then
Yep.
I've never understood that.
Yeah.
So it's like just because you get into a relationship, right? I'm like, you're gonna choose your relationship over a friendship, that's kind of like, messed up.
I've had a couple of good high school friends dissolve a friendship over a guy, and I was told it was even after we had graduated. Mind you, it has been about at the time it had been 16 years since we've seen each other, but we've tried to keep in contact with Facebook, and so I reached out to a friend of mine. At the time, she lived in St. Louis, and we chopped it up for a while. And I said, "Oh, have you heard from so and so?" She said, "Oh, well, she and I don't speak anymore." I said, "Oh, well, I had no idea what happened." So she gave me the whole thing. Was like, she was dating this guy, and that the other friend didn't really like him because, it's something about that person that she saw that the friend didn't, because she was just so much in love. And so the
Right.
and so the friend so the other friend, calling herself trying to look out for the girl, was like, "Look, he's no good for you. He's gonna treat you like this, that, and the third." And basically she told her, like, "Look, if you can't value my happiness," and she basically chose her boyfriend over the friendship because the girl kept trying to shit on him so much. And she got offended. She was like, "Well, look, if you can't accept who I'm dating, then maybe we shouldn't be friends anymore." Now, mind you, we've been friends since middle school. So
Mm.
that's a long relationship right there. So it's been dissolved. I don't think they spoke since. We've been out of school going on, let's see, 2022 would be 20 years. We'll be out of school
hmm
that long, and they haven't spoke over a guy, because women don't know how to be
It's always
friends.
over. It's always over a guy. Even it's always going to be. I understand people want each happy.
Blank that on me, Minx. Minx.
Wants to
See, you moved. You moved.
hug a.
You
No,
moved.
no, no. My sister just texted me. my
Jesus.
yeah.
Sis.
So
Sis, you gotta relax.
yeah,
But,
yeah. My sister texted me, so my thing got kicked out.
aw.
It's not like a job or anything. I don't do a job. I don't work. I don't do anything.
Well, make that two of us. I'm between jobs at the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, my last thing I would want to say before my say is this: your happiness is your happiness. I get that, but you also have to worry about the people that are around you and that were your day ones. You
Mm-hmm.
know, your day ones are never going to lie to you. It's not a jealous. Oh, you're jealous because I have someone and you don't. No, I just don't want to fucking hear you complain about this motherfucker. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. And if
I
if
don't
I
want to
tell you
be.
something, it's because I've seen it for myself, and I see what it is for what it is, and I don't want to see you get hurt. So if you value my opinion, but you know how they always say, uh, you know, you can't ever take advice from single people. While I kind of agree with that, I kind of don't because I don't operate on the fact that I've been single for so long that I shouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I operate on common sense. Therefore, if your man is cheating on you, if he's sitting at home, he ain't really doing a whole lot to help out, but you're busting your ass trying to make sure the house is straight, make sure your food is in your fridge, make sure your kids are taken care of, make sure the cars got gas. And I see this for myself, and I'm holding my tongue as long as I can. And I finally tell you, look, this dude ain't shit. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. This, that, and the third. Now, am I speaking from a single person perspective, or am I speaking from a person who sees what's going on and got a lot of common sense? And
I mean,
it's just
I would take it as you know me,
right.
so you,
And
you know me and what
especially if we've been friends for a long time, like we've been friends as long as you've been with your guy. So it's like I've been part of the relationship the whole time, and I kind of know what's going on. But
hmm
if I finally break down and tell you, like, look, out of respect of our friendship, I ain't said a word, but sis, you need to either cut this dude loose or something need to happen because I'm tired of seeing this.
yeah.
This is not gonna fly. This is unacceptable. And she agreed
or
with
or you
me.
could do or you could do what I do. I literally just packed up my shit and moved away because I'm like, look, I'm not going to be the person anymore.
Yeah, and I told my
Give
friend what
them.
that was, and she actually agreed with me, and she didn't get upset because I told her about a man. She didn't get upset or anything. She's like, you know what, you are so right, and I was like, I'm glad you see it. So what are we gonna do about it?
Yeah, but you're damned if you do. Don't. You
Yeah,
say you say, look, he's not the right guy. You're wrong.
I would never tell somebody they're not the
That
right
you know,
person. I'm gonna let you find that out on your own. I would never sit there and tell anybody that. You're gonna figure it out on your own.
right.
Cause I don't want to be that I told you so person.
hmm
So I'm gonna let you walk into the I'm gonna let you walk to the brick wall yourself. I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, and if they don't get it at that point, you just be like,
I tried.
Stupid.
that's what I say. You know what?
You stupid.
That's it.
As long as he keeps his hands off of you, I don't give a shit what he does. But if you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
want
just be
you
happy.
just be happy.
Be happy.
If you happy, being a housemaid and doing all this, by all means, knock yourself out. Won't gonna be
If the
me.
shit ain't, if the shit is happy, like, if you're happy with what you got, look, I don't healthy relationship it deeper, and you want to off and shit to say it's just also
Oh goodness.
crying.
Hey, and I tried to tell you. I I'm gonna be that person. I tried
Yep,
to tell you, but you decided to. I say go right, you went left, and now look at
yep.
you. I tried to help, but anyway,
You left for dead.
and I cannot provide you. My CPR card has been expired. I can't help you.
Yeah, that
I
ain't
can.
going down.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't help. But anyway, uh, on to our last topic, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the night. Um, and this could be part of your rant as well, because I'm sure you will have a lot to say about this. Um, so of course, Justin Bieber got his track, "Yummy." It's been picking up. He's been hitting some charts. Things are doing well. Um, and then you've got Uh, Selena Gomez on Instagram begging for streams for her song called Rare. I think it's an album called Rare. And I just read today that she hit number one on the Billboard 100 charts. Uh, but for a while, Roddy Rich was holding that position for his track The Box, which has been doing hella numbers, over 50 million views on YouTube. It's also hit the top 100 and 200 charts on Billboard. I mean, it's just a bop, you know what I mean? And so Justin and Selena, even though they're exes, they decided that, hey, let's pander to the public. And so Justin Bieber had since deleted the whole post on how to stream his song over and over and over and over on repeat. And then Selena says, please go stream uh, Yummy. And then he says, well, go stream Rare. And so Roddy Rich took a page out of both of their books and said, hey, go stream the box. You know what I mean? So he kind of trolled him a little bit. My whole question is, why is Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, even with their big fan base, why are they out there pandering, for streams and views and clicks?
You want the honest answer?
I mean, give me the honest. I kind of need to know.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this in the nicest way possible.
Oh
To all of them, I say fuck them both. Fuck them
Hey.
both. Look, I really think that artists need to use this situation as a big wake up call because it specifically states in any sort of distribution release that your distributor will not pay on streams that are fake.
Mhm.
And you will lose your spot, you will lose your distribution, and you will not be able to distribute to these major platforms anymore. They've said that.
Mhm.
So, my question is this: if celebrities are sitting there encouraged to buy or excuse me, to stream their stuff, that's okay. Yeah, please.
Mhm.
But if you're giving a mapped out tutorial of using a VPN server at night to keep playing over and over and over again, an I celebrity should, at that point, it's almost like hypocrisy. So, with the whole streaming farms, we know labels have streaming farms. I've seen them. They
Mhm.
have buildings of streaming farms. I think that we need to look at the big picture here because what is organic at that point? What is
Exactly.
organic? You
Oh,
know, you get messages.
and then also, Selena was buying copies of her own album. Like, what does that do for you?
I mean, I understand it's like the concept of this. Like when I first started the Minx show and I got the Minx radio logo together, the first person that bought a Minx radio T-shirt was me. Uh,
I mean, yeah, I understand. You're promoting your brand. No, I get that.
yeah, have it. Well, it's also good luck. Like when you buy a car, you throw pennies in. You throw pennies in the back seat or something like that. It's good luck for your brand. So you want to be the first person to wear your brand. I get that.
Mhm.
But we're talking about an era of fake shit. Like everybody wants to, and they want to have this fake persona. Like people are actually fucking with you. Like that's beyond lame.
Mhm.
That's you might as well just fucking on onesie and go to a mental health facility
Oh
and
goodness.
stay there and pretend that you have like fans and shit because it's like psycho at that point. People are going psycho because their main thing is that they look a certain way in their head and they know their music is okay, but it's not that great. So they're buying their streams, right?
Right.
At that point, crazy to me. You're off meds.
He need
That's like
meds.
beyond
Oh, you cut out.
with you. They just don't fuck with you. Just keep it like that. You know, do something different, do something better, maybe hone your skills better, get better beats. I don't know what you need to do. But
Stop
when you're in a
begging.
position, yeah, you're begging for attention. You're begging like people on Facebook. Oh, it's not fair. I got 5,000 friends on my friend. So 5,000 friends don't fuck with you. So why do you even have the platform? Go
Exactly.
to a platform where you can actually build on
Right. Well,
it.
right now, the new top 10 Billboard charts goes. Roddy Rich is number one with the box. Future featuring Drake is number two with Life Is Good. Post Malone
Yeah,
is number three with Circles. Maroon 5 is number four with Memories. Selena Gomez rose to the number five spot with Lose You to Love Me, and I think that was the song that she was pandering to. And Justin Bieber he dropped down 8 spots to for
what's it like
Yummy.
number 6?
He's number 10,
Mm.
so he
But
dropped
this is
down
what
eight
I don't get.
spots.
Y- y'all should just be happy that you're on the billboards. Like, just be
Exactly.
happy. I mean, there's so many artists that would kill to be like number 50 just so they can say I
Yeah.
was on the billboard chart. They would kill for that. But
There's a
I
couple of
really think
artists
that
on here that I've never even heard of. Louis Capaldi, Dan and Shay, with a feature by Justin Bieber. That's number seven. Tones and I, that's number eight. And Arizona Zervis, she's number nine. So when you got someone that you never heard of beating Justin Bieber, come on now.
look, Justin Bieber is like washed up and nobody
I
cares.
mean,
Okay?
he
Like
hadn't dropped an album since what 2015. So it's like, who was really checking for Yummy? Uh,
this is why I tell parents all the time, do you really want your child to be a child star? Do you really want that? Because your child, you blow up as a kid star. Like, let's look at JoJo Siwa. Is that her name? JoJo? Whatever the fucking name is.
yeah, she's
You
like
know,
what 16.
she, yeah, but she's always going to have that image. So watch. I always said this happens to Disney stars, and we know the Disney star curse.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna say, I don't want to sing this teeny bopper shit. I want to sing about,
She's gonna pull a Britney Spears and shave her head.
yeah, I want to sing about twerking now. I don't want to sing about juice boxes. I want to
I want to
put
talk
my
about
box
my.
on.
I want to talk about my juice box. I don't want to twerk about the juice box. I want to talk about my juice box.
Yeah, I want to do that. So it's just if you are a person that is an artist and you are serious about being an artist, I keep telling you artists, especially on Twitter, because we know that Minx is on Twitter all day, 24/7.
Mm-hmm. Knit
I
bees, what's up?
Everybody should pull out of these distributions. They cannot without the independent community. Without us.
You are you look. After this show, throw that phone away. You're killing me. And
Yes, but
knit. You're right. Disney is the devil. They churn out some of the craziest people ever. Look at what's his name? Orlando. What's his name? Orlando Jones. Is it Orlando Jones?
oh my god,
Was that
Nick suck my dick.
his name? and he's talking about this in a Walmart. Like, dog.
I honestly think I think they pay him to do this shit. I really do.
They talking about something he's battling demons. Nah, that fool on drugs.
No, he ain't battling. No, he probably he's
No,
on
no,
payroll.
no, 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 no.
He is
He's on
on
something.
he's on payroll.
And so Nick responded to the accusation that he gave up some neck while dressed as a woman. He said, honestly, when I first heard that story, I was laughing my ass off, but I come to realize, that man needs some help. And we all need positive role models, but he definitely didn't have any growing up because of the way that, he lived his life as a child star. A lot of child stars don't make it to be normal people. Look at Corey, what was it Corey Feldman and Corey Haim? and
Mm-hmm.
Drew Barrymore. Like she was on every drug known to man at the age of 13, and she was a movie star.
Yeah, that can't possibly be.
That
There's
can't be right.
something is going on in Disney that nobody wants to uncover. And that reminds me of a conspiracy theory I saw the other day. I was telling Gino about. We just saw Frozen for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and so basically the conspiracy did itself, to stay alive forever, thought out. And then when you had all this like 4chan and Reddit up, and people were inquiring about did Walt Disney really freeze himself, was when they magically came out with a show called Frozen. So now when you go to Google and you type in Walt Disney Frozen,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to get the story.
Yeah, they tried to allege that he was cryogenically frozen to preserve. Like, you know what? Honestly, I don't believe that's what happened. That man dead is
In a
dead.
hyperbolic chamber. In a
Yeah.
hyperbolic chamber.
So after like a damn time capsule. So after 40 or 80 years, they're gonna thaw his ass out and zap him, and then bam, he's gonna be back to running Disney World. No, get out of here. No,
And
but
I kind of, I low key really do believe that.
Knit B says they expose infants and children in bathing suit competitions being watched by old Caucasian men. Ooh,
Hmm.
yikes.
They do.
Yikes. I don't even want to know what goes on behind closed doors. I can
But
only
I
imagine.
don't see. I don't think that Orlando. I don't think he's lying. I just think that
Wait, hold
ultra.
on. They said his body was frozen and put under the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Oh my God. I hadn't heard it all today.
Yeah, that's that MK Ultra shit. He's under. Yeah.
What?
Oh, hold on. That is that MK Ultra. that's
Oh,
that mind. That's that mind control.
why
That's
would
that
you?
mind control.
Why would you put? Okay, all right, all right. But you do understand that the Pirates of the Caribbean just came out not too long ago. So what? They moved him?
Of course, they moved
They
him.
put him on a dolly and just rolled his ass to the next exhibit? Like what happened? I'm not lying. I was at the shoot. They tried to sign my child because she was hotter than Zuri. I don't know who these people are. I don't watch Disney. I have no idea. Now I'm scared. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Nick Beast. Thanks. I'm scared. I'm never watching another Disney movie. Thank.
Zuri. Yeah. Okay, I know who he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fill me in because I have no idea.
Yeah, man. It's real deep when you get into it.
That's nuts.
They even say in the Disney logo you can see 666 in the Disney logo. So you know
Oh goodness.
they're all very evil. That whole Disney shit is evil. That's why
Yeah.
they.
See, I'm not of the conspiracy wave. I try not to think about it because then it's gonna have me second guessing every single thing in my existence. And it's like, okay, what's the truth and what's the damn lie?
I'm gonna just tell you one thing. I'm gonna just tell you one thing that, and you're gonna look into it. Watch every single Disney movie, every single one of them.
Yep. She blanked out. So no,
Right?
no, no, it's not right. I didn't hear what you said.
When, okay, so when there's evil lurking in, what color is used?
Okay.
They use green. In the
Yeah.
scene with Scar,
When
at
he
the
was
scene with
singing,
Scar,
when he was singing. Mm-hmm.
Maleficent, Maleficent, every single down to the most recent ones.
When it the Little
They
Mermaid when Ursula took Ariel's voice, wasn't that green too?
green. That's green.
Mm-hmm.
Every single movie. So 101 Dalmatians, same shit. So what we're not understanding is the subliminal shit that goes on. Like I haven't watched a Disney movie since forever, and again, like I said, watching Frozen into all that shit, it's like, oh. Interesting. Like that is subliminal as fuck. Like I just saw it.
Well, I actually saw that. I saw a little documentary that somehow every single Disney movie from, I want to say, from Cinderella on up, each movie is linked to the next one that comes out some kind of way, especially with
Yes.
especially with like the princess movies. And
Mm-hmm.
like it was, I think it was a movie, Lilo and Stitch. She had a poster of Mulan, and
Mm-hmm.
then they said that who was it? That Ariel was somehow connected to uh, the Frozen chick. Said that it was a mermaid in that movie or something like that, and that the, I don't know. It was a whole. I'm gonna have to
There was
look it up.
another. There was a movie. One of the movies had a bear. Was it a lion that scar on the
Yeah,
floor,
yeah.
that movie didn't come years after that.
It was like so many coincidences and so many similarities in each movie, that each movie was connected one way or another, that some of these characters were somehow related. King Triton was Ariel's father, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so King Triton was Ariel's father, and then in another movie, might have been the Emperor's New Groove or some shit. I don't know. They're all related. I give up.
They're all related, and it's all not it's not by chance. They do all this shit on purpose because it's called predictive programming. What they were saying about the imagery about 9/11. There was a lot of movies that depicted planes going into the Twin Towers, and they did it through articles. And even The Simpsons is like one of the most viable sources for all future shit.
Yo, The Simpsons be on to something for real, for real. I'm just waiting on a couple more things to come true from The Simpsons. I'm waiting on a couple
Yes.
more. The
There's
Simpsons
actually
been
a,
on
a
point.
website. There's a website dedicated to that I came across one day, and it's like they showed every single thing that they predicted.
Knit bees. You would say let's go deeper. He says take the panties off that motherfucking, let's dissect. See, we're close to the end of the show.
This always happens.
Every
This always
time,
happens.
every time we're close to the end of the show, man. But listen,
I don't think there's any. I don't think head that talk about conspiracy and woke shit. So if I got to start that shit, y'all better
I mean, cause look,
get
we could get
we can
into
get
it, but
deep.
that's, yeah, but that's gonna be a whole nother show. Matter of fact, what's today? What's today? Wednesday.
I call it the fake woke, the woke show, the woke
The
show,
Woke show.
the woke.
The for woke show. That way, I can fully do my research on this whole thing, and we could really get into it, because we have touched a very good subject, but we don't have a lot of time to get into it because it's just so much information. So, on that note, we're gonna put a pin in this. Tomorrow's topic, we're gonna discuss nothing but conspiracy theories, because I know Mink's got a few, and I might have a few in the tuck somewhere. But I really want to sit down.
What? There is not enough time to go deep into what I know, darling. Like there's not enough time.
Nitty. I sent you a follow, so I hope you follow us back. We will be back here tomorrow, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Hopefully this will not be messing up, and hopefully Minx will have her shit together, and hopefully I will have my shit together, so we can really
We'll
get
be
it.
sh- we'll
Yes,
be straight.
yeah, so we can get into the meat and potatoes of these conspiracy theories. On that note, Minx, do you have a rant?
I do have a rant, a quick one.
Nit, stick around for a minute. We about to end in about five to 10. Stick around.
I have a rant, and this is a rant to all you blue check motherfuckers.
Here we go.
All right, so to you blue check motherfuckers, you services, you folks talking about you here to help the underground. This is for you, and I mean this in the nicest way possible that I tired of y'all bullying artists. Your services. Your business, your hustle is not my problem and it's not anybody else's problem. But when you tell an artist that they don't want to invest in themselves, they are investing in themselves because they're investigating who you are because of what you're offering. I just think that there needs to be more of trying to be respectful to people, producers, rappers, singers, songwriters. They are uneducated, they don't know the business. That's great. But if this is the realm choosing because you think that there's money in banking off of ignorance, this is not the right steps to take in order for an artist in what you're saying and what you're selling. Almost 2 days straight, I've been seeing services, I've been seeing people just belittling and putting artists down because they don't understand. There was a point in time when you didn't understand the music business and
Mhm.
nobody called you stupid. Nobody said that you were dumb. Nobody said that you were uneducated. You figured it out. So at the end of the day, I'm standing up for the artists because they don't know how to defend themselves without you calling them out, facing clout, because they're challenging you in what you're saying. They're challenging you in your thought. Sometimes the student teaches the teacher. You don't know everything.
Mhm.
We all don't know everything. We all learn from each other from experience. So any artist that feels that there is a certain, if they're hurting you down, getting into your head, making you feel like you need to hand over that Cash App, Venmo, fucking Apple Pay, PayPal, just come to me and I'll set them straight. So at the end of the day, I understand that people are looking for answers, they're looking for help. I'm not going to tell you to come to my website to look it up. I'm not going to tell you to sign up for my Patreon. It all starts with a conversation. And if you invest in anything, so you guys need to stop living your life trying to impress these people. They are begging for work because they don't have clients. A person that is business that has to climb into your DMs and offer you their services, they're not making money. People that are making money or actually have people investing in them, they don't have time to climb into your DMs. They don't have time to leave a comment. DM me, fam. DM me, sis. They don't have time to do that shit. And I'm telling you this as a businesswoman because I do exactly what it is that they do. But the only difference is that my door is always open. I'm always available to answer questions. I'm always available to help you. I'm always available to guide you to the right direction. But the it's if you need me to take my something. So this is my rant to those motherfuckers, and y'all could screenshot this. Yeah, to the people, you could say Mink said it. I will say I said it and hashtag that.
Mhm.
These services, they are desperate.
Mhm.
They're blocked.
Holy, you cutting out.
Cannot
You cutting out,
make.
Minx. Cutting
So
out.
that was my that's what I wanted to say. People are not stupid anymore. So stop trying to make them feel like they're stupid. And that's the memo.
All right. Oh, you got a new title, Minx's Memo. I like that. knit threw you threw the trophies up.
I had to say it. I had to say it. It was just really eating me alive.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know no better, but they claim they running a service and charging people exorbitant fees for what?
Yeah, for what? What exactly?
What exactly do you offer that I can't figure out either on my own or somewhere else? Probably for cheaper and with a better result. I don't know. But anyway,
Streams. That's not prom. Not prom. promo.
But yeah,
Promo is never guaranteed. It's never guaranteed streams. That's not what promo is. That's someone just has robots and they're gonna fuck up your distribution. That's what that is.
all right. See, she dropped so many gems and jewels along the way. Lots of
I can make a
breadcrumbs.
I can make a necklace.
Looking like Mr. T. Uh, yeah, yeah. So on that note, that was Minx's rant, Minx's memo. We just coming up with titles for all types of shit that we doing. But tune it, yeah, Mr. T.
He said, "Not Mr. T."
She gonna be walking around looking like Slick Rick head ass. We're gonna tune in tomorrow with us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Tomorrow's topic is conspiracy theories. I'm sure y'all have heard some. I'm sure y'all have a few. We will be discussing that for 2 hours. So please feel free to drop in on us anytime on Station Head. She will be going live probably on Instagram. I will also be live on Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, and D Live. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna shut it down for the night. I'm your host 759. I'm gonna drop Nick. I'm gonna drop all the shit down at the bottom in a minute. Have got a lot going on. So y'all tune in with us tomorrow. Thank everybody for tuning in on Instagram. Thank everybody for who's tuned in on all the sites. We will see y'all guys tomorrow. And for you good old station head folks, let me go ahead and stop the stream real quick. I'll holler at y'all later.